What's going on, you guys? Welcome back. So today, I know there's a lot of people having ABS problems on Lexuses, and not even necessarily Lexus. There's a bunch of cars that can happen, or with a bunch of other cars that can happen. So here's the thing. From the day I lowered the car, my Sportcross, my ABS light came on. ABS and the traction. At first, I didn't really care, because hey, I don't have to turn off my traction control, but now it's kind of annoying. Plus, after I did the swap, as soon as I hook up my speed sensor, the car just acting weird. It's kind of like it's choking when you step on the gas. It feels like it gets too much air or something. But if I turn off the speed sensor or speed wire, whatever, that goes to ECU, drives fine. It just doesn't accelerate as good. So and the check engine light comes on for the speed sensor when I get off, so meaning that's the right wire. So I don't want somebody to be like, hey, you got the wrong wire, mistaken for the speed sensor. So I know 5-speed trannies, ECU gets the signal, speed signal, from the transmission. And since I'm running automatic transmission wire harness, I don't have those wires coming from the 5-speed manual tranny speed sensor to ECU. So I'm quote-unquote borrowing signal from ABS. And that's, from what I understand, that's how automatic tranny or automatic cars get their signals, at least on these cars. So ABS sends out the signal to ECU, and this way car knows how fast you're going, or the ECU. So I'm thinking, because I have a traction control and ABS light on, there's something wrong. Obviously there's something wrong with the ABS system, and because of that, it sends out the faulty signal to ECU, and that's why maybe the car doesn't accelerate good, or it starts choking or whatever. But I kind of went ahead and did some work behind the scenes, so to speak, but I'll kind of get you guys up to date what's going on. So there's a bunch of ways, or a bunch of reasons why your ABS light will be on. I went on forums, and there's a lot of people say that usually those sensors don't go bad. There's a wiring that goes bad. I don't know in my case if it's wiring or the sensor or not. So here's the thing, there's 4 sensors, at least on my car. I think every car has 4 sensors, but here's the thing. So the sensor is right here, and the ABS, and then it goes around, and there's a connector here, and then from here I'm assuming it's going to ABS control. So it's really easy to get to this connector in my case, because I don't have the guard or anything, and I'll show you on my donor car how it looks. But all I did, I disconnect all 4 of them and start testing the resistance. I honestly don't know what kind of resistance I'm supposed to get, but since I have working ABS sensors, and hopefully there's one that's not working, but since I have working ABS sensors, now I kind of know what kind of resistance is supposed to get, and I'm kind of checking and matching with the other one. So in my case, whatever the settings that I have on this, front ones show 1.5 or 0.15, I think. I'll show you in a little bit. And the rear is just 1. I checked all of them, and they all show the resistance except for this one. So, and this is what I was talking about. You have a splash shield going all the way around, and the sensor connector, it's hiding kind of behind there, so you have to take this one screw, and it's there. Come on, this one. So let's check the resistance on that one. So it's showing 1.5. So this one's working. So if you have a Sportcross, the way to get to the rear ones, and I know you can't really see it, but it's the sensor somewhere behind the rotor, and then it goes up, follows the back wall, and it comes out to here, this area. Actually really easy to get to. I thought I have to take everything apart, like the trunk and stuff, but all you have to do is pop the seat. And when I say pop the seat, I'm talking about just pull on it really hard up front. It comes right up. So, and actually, you know what? I'll show you when I start assembling what it looks like and what you have to take it out. But anyways, so there's one sensor right here. Same thing on that side. And one sensor right here. So like I said, I already tested them. They work fine. And rears show 1.0, front ones show 1.5. Except for my driver's side, driver's front. And hopefully this is the problem. So I'm gonna go take the sensor off. There's only like 10mm bolt that's holding the sensor. So this is the sensor. There's only one bolt, but then you follow the wire. There's another bolt and another bolt. Take these 3 bolts, the whole sensor comes off. So let's take it off. So it'll be really easy when you take the sensor off. There's a grease on it. You don't have to worry about it. Just keep it on, or you can clean it. I don't think you have to clean it. Just keep it. Make sure you don't damage any wires. You don't, especially connector. When you unplug it, don't just pull it right here. You pull here, your wires will snap inside, and sometimes you won't be able to see it. But there's not going to be any connection, or you'll have a connection but it's going to be on and off, and that will set your code too, and it's going to be hard to diagnose it. So because every time you check it, there's a chance that the wire is going to be like touching each other and it'll test out, but as soon as you put on a car, you're going to lose the connection. So now I'm going to take this side off, put this on, and go for a test drive. Hopefully it's going to fix the problem. So let's test it one more time. So let's see, the right side, your guys' right side, is the one from the donor car. The left side is from my car. Here's the tester thing. You guys can't see it. Here we go. So let's see, it doesn't really matter which way you do. The right side's gonna be red or left side, so all you checking is the resistance. Come on. So there's nothing on this side. So let's check this side. .6, there you go, 1.5. So again, like I said, the front ones at this setup, it shows 1.5, the rear 1.0. It might be different in your case, but like I said, I read on forums that if it shows the resistance, it doesn't mean that it's good. It might show resistance, but it's gonna be wrong. It's gonna show different resistance or wrong resistance, meaning that, you know, it still can be bad. So you have to know what kind of resistance you get in at what kind of setup. Like I said, I'm not really good at doing all this, but well, I guess I found the problem. So another thing is that if you guys like to work on the cars, like in my case, I've had a chance to buy ABS tester, and for a really good cheap price, but I didn't because I was like, I never had any problems with ABS light coming on and all that stuff. But well, see, in this case, it would have taken me I don't know, 10 minutes to diagnose it, versus now I had to take and check all the sensors and this one was the last sensor that I actually checked. I started with the passenger front, then went back, and then finished on this side. So with the tester, you plug it in, it's gonna tell you which sensor it's bad, and you just go straight to that sensor. So and like I said, well, my point is, if you like to work on the cars and you come across cheap tools, and I don't mean cheap as in like they're just one-time use, I'm talking about cheap as in like somebody doesn't need them no more and trying to get rid of it and sell it for cheap, just buy it. It's gonna make your life easier. So I didn't buy it, so I wasted a couple days because I didn't do all this in one day. So I started yesterday, finished it today. So back to the sensors. I'm gonna put the right one back, go on test drive, and hopefully it's good. So let's start. So when you pop the seat, you're gonna see there's a bolt that goes right here. Just follow the backrest and take this off. This whole thing pops out. Fold this seat back or down, and this whole thing is supposed to go up like this. It might not come off right away. Mine's already kind of off, so that's why it came off easy, but kind of jiggle back and forth and it'll come right off. And same way you put it back, or the opposite. The only thing is, when you put this back on, make sure your seat belt is not twisted. So there you go. I didn't know how to do, so I started taking the whole thing apart. So put this on, close it. Now put the screw or the bolt here, and this side's complete.
There we go. I'm trying to go.
There you go.
Hey, you doing that for me?
Oh yeah, sure.
Oh yes. Yeah, cool. I need to go, Mama. Mama.
So when you put the seat back, or the bottom seat, make sure there's a hooks right here, and there's one right here, and it goes under here. One right there, one here, and the seat belt buckles go through the hole, 2 on each side. So let's do. So it can be a little tricky to do that back side, but it's doable. Just patience. There you go. That's one. There you go. That's 2, but it didn't go under it, so take this off. There you go.
I'm in the car.
And this one didn't go. So the way you take it off, pull on it, pull it back. So, and try it again. There you go. Oh, that's it. Let's go for a test drive, and just keep in mind, I did fix one sensor, but doesn't mean the problem is gone. There will probably be something else there. I don't have a tester to test it, but I'll know as soon as I start driving, because you don't have to reset it. As soon as you start driving, sometimes it takes just a couple of feet, sometimes just a couple of minutes, and the light should go away. So let's go for a test drive.
Gonna take us for a test drive?
No. Huh? Only go shopping and go.
So the ABS is on, traction is blinking, the check engine light is on because of the speed sensor, so I'll fix that as soon as we get to the bottom of our ABS. So let's go for a drive. Actually, you know what? I need to connect my traction switch, which is right here. I don't know if it's gonna make a difference or not, but might as well.
I need to go. I'm in the window.
Hold on.
Look at the gauge on it, on the fuel. Did you see that? Look, it's going down. Look, it's dropped. Yeah, look.
My bad.
What the heck? It went up now. Yeah, what's up with the fuel gauge?
Top here, Mom. Mom, what is top here? Look. Look at the cake.
So, okay, you guys, don't be stupid like me. Don't rush into stuff. So here's the thing. I'm driving and driving, going, what the heck? ABS is still on. Sometimes, like I said, sometimes when I bought this car, after that, it was after accident and all that, so the ABS light was on. So from moving the car from driveway inside the garage, the ABS light went off. So it reset itself. So sometimes it takes just, you move the car and you're done. Sometimes you have to drive for like a minute or two. So I made a big circle in my neighborhood and light's still on. Get to the house or closer to the house, the brake light is on. You know, when you pull the e-brake, red light comes on. So everything's fine. And then I was like, did I actually connect the sensors in the back or not? Because I remember connecting sensor up front when I took it out, but so here's the thing. I took everything apart again. Look at this. Sensor number 1 disconnected, and I bet you the other side is the same way. So give me a minute, or actually a second. For you guys it's gonna be like a second, but I'm gonna connect that side, take this apart, connect this, and then we'll go for another test drive. It's funny and it's sad at the same time. So don't rush into stuff when you're working on the car. Luckily this isn't something safety related. Although some can say ABS is safety or brakes, whatever, but that's funny. Same thing, it's off. There you go. And I mentioned that these hooks that on the bottom of the seat go under here. They actually don't. They go under right here. These here, they're your car seat hooks. So that's my bad. So these here, they don't go here. They go right here. Okay, test drive number 2.
What did you like? What did you like, Mama?
Yeah, see? This is what came on. The red brake light indicator. Now it's working though it's supposed to, so hopefully we're good now. Ah, look at that. Did you see that? Light is off. There's no lights.
Yes.
So let's go back home.
Papa.
Finally. I don't have to look at that light no more. So there you go. The ABS light is not on no more. I'm gonna start the car again, show you guys that it's off. Let's try traction button. There you go. Traction button is working. E-brake light is working. So this here, the check engine light, like I said, it's because of the speed sensor. and I just checked it before we actually drove off with the tester, and it shows that there's only one code for the speed sensor, which is these wires here. These two, they come out from let me turn the engine off. These two coming from the speedometer. This is going to ECU. So, and the reason why I have all that, because I was trying to figure out what the heck is going on, because like I mentioned in the beginning, that if the speed sensor signal is not connected, the car drives fine, but it doesn't accelerate as good. I connect the speed sensor, my RPMs actually go up from 750 or around like 800, going up to 1000 to 1100 RPMs, and it just stays there. I disconnect the speed signal and it drops it again. So I don't know if the ABS is gonna fix that or not, since my ABS light is not on. It works the way it's supposed to. And the other thing with the speed signal is, every time I connect it, it would drive fine, it accelerates good and all that, but then once in a while, or actually after driving 10-15 minutes, every time I shift it and I punch it, the car just starts choking. Like I said before, it feels like it's getting too much air, and it starts like kind of choke and then just goes. Sometimes it starts jerking back and forth. So if you be driving on the side like looking at me, I'll be like, look like I'm listening to cool music or something, but no. So I'll see if I can actually fix this speed signal problem and add in this video. If not, it's gonna be the next one. So I'm gonna go change, wash up, and I'm gonna go get myself a tires, because this car needs tires. The weather sucks outside, it's been raining, and my rear tires are really bald. So yeah, I don't know if you guys been following me on Instagram or not, but here's a thing that I'm kind of been working on for a while, or thinking, for my E36. What do you guys think? That's like 6-inch lip, and if you're wondering what the heck is that, that's your typical, where are you going? Come back. That's your typical BBS. I forgot what style these are, but these are 2-piece BBS off of 5 Series BMW. This is supposed to be on the outside, and this part, the middle part, is supposed to be on the inside. What I did is, there's a bunch of people done this before, so took the screws out, flipped it around, and got myself a huge lip. Well, actually got the car or the wheel. So looks pretty cool, but it sticks out a lot. I can't put these on my car because even though they look pretty cool, at first when I looked at it, I was like, I don't like it. But then I was like, actually not bad. Then I start looking at the other side, this same rims but the stock position, and come back, going back and forth. I was like, man, actually I do like it. So who knows, maybe if I can find, I need 3 more same rims, I'll do, there's a bunch of people, or at least few people that I've seen on YouTube, they cut these rims in half, so to speak, and make like 12-inch rims. So you have 6-inch lip on the inside and 6-inch on the outside. They're like huge, but it's gonna look pretty cool, I think, because if I put the way it is right now, you look at the car from the back, you're gonna see like a huge wheel sticking out on the outside, and there's nothing on the inside. It's like you're running like a huge spacers, and it doesn't look good. I don't know, unless you can't see it from the back, where your car's like super low or something's covering or whatever. But enough of that. I'm gonna go get the tires, and hopefully my speed signal is working. I'm gonna reset the light, the check engine light, or maybe not, but we'll see. Oh no. So get back to you when I figure out what's up. So before I end this video, kind of give you an update on what's going on with the Sportcross. ABS is working the way it's supposed to, but I still have a problem with my speed sensor signal. So if you guys done this before, if you know anybody who's done it, who did the swap but used auto wire harness and they fixed it, everything works fine, just let me know, because I need to clear my monitors and they haven't cleared it. There's still 3 left, and I've been driving for like, I don't know, almost a week now since I did start this video or clear the ABS light. What else? The engine still kind of jerks back and forth because when you floor it, the check engine light comes on if I disconnect the wire. If it's connected, it's fine as far as the check engine light is not coming on, but the car doesn't drive the way it's supposed to, meaning it's still jerking and all that. And like I said, that my monitors are not cleared. So again, if you guys know what's up, please let me know in the comments below, because I need to get it fixed. Because first of all, I need to do smoke pretty soon, and second, it's really annoying. You can't really punch and get the car going. Other than that, that's it. I'll be working on my S54. There's a couple things that I need to finish that I been put it on and on and on. My wiring is everywhere, zip ties everywhere. I need to get rid of all that, clean up. It's all dusty and nasty. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and see you next time.